Crossing the Line is not a show intended to bully or harass anyone. Do not go out of your way to mess with the authors who write these fanfics. They make what we do possible. Thanks. Enjoy.
How are everyone's bodies feeling at the start here of Season 5?
Better than they were the past few days, my lord. How about yours?
I never got sick. I don't know what you guys are talking about. That video's probably not out yet, but...
Oh, I guess I won't talk about it then. But I was sick until yesterday.
But you did something that led you both into being sick. I was there too, but I didn't get sick. I ate a Little Caesars pizza the very next day, and I was fine.
Our now annual food challenge. If I ate Little Caesars the day after, I would be in the ICU.
I feel that shit, my lord.
What are you in for? Willie had a Little Caesars earlier.
I wasn't feeling very good. I wasn't feeling very good already, but it was hot. It was ready. You know.
They hook your fucking veins up to an IV and it starts pumping out fucking...
Pizza grease.
Pizza grease and a viscous brownish white fluid.
That could be anything.
It could be. They'll see.
No more on the subject.
Very well. Happy Season 5.
Yeah! Woo!
Woo! Welcome to Crossing the Line, a fanfiction podcast where we read, review, and critique fanfiction for your listening pleasure. I'm looking for my phone right now. I found my phone, so I'll be able to look up the fanfiction that I'm going to read for you today, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dragon Ball yet again, our annual Dragon Ball episode, because that's a thing we decided to do.
And I'm V-Vlogs. I'm Virgil.
This is Blue Breed. This is our second time recording, attempting to record this episode because our original mic actually fucking gave out on us finally.
It fucking bit the dust, bro. It was so sad.
After 4 years.
It's true.
4 years of podcasting on top of it being like a pre-owned mic from another friend. So it ran its course, and we're gonna give it a proper burial or something.
Yeah.
Give it a headstone.
No,
say its prayers.
We've got a better mic. We're not recording in our usual space, so I don't know how noticeable it'll be, but it sounds good to us.
Yeah.
It sounds great. You can hear more of it at twitch.tv/swelltimejeeple. Go check it out. I stream video games there.
Woo! I'll be too busy to do that, but I'll support your streams.
Thank you. Go lurk on my streams. If you're at your desk right now, just go open up that Twitch page and then leave it open, so when I do stream, I'll get the lurker points. Thank you.
Let it play in the background while you're listening to this.
Twitch.tv/bluebreednsfw. Do not enter.
I have a lot of content to watch on that, I promise.
Steven streams the new Spider-Man movie on his Twitch. Go check it out.
It's true, I made the front page.
What tag did you use?
Free Spider-Man movie.
No, like what section of game, or like just chatting or
All
whatever.
of them.
You can only do one.
I have multiple tabs open.
This guy's never used a Twitch stream in his life.
Not once.
What is the deadest Twitch channel you can think of?
Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro.
Joey's World Tour.
I should play that game. That game's sick as hell.
Joey's
World
World
Tour.
True.
Breakout on PS1.
There's a lot of PS1 games it could be. Martian Gothic Unification on PlayStation 1.
Well, as you were saying, our annual Dragon Ball episode?
Yeah, except for the 1 year we didn't do it. We have a yearly Dragon Ball episode because that was where episode 1 began. That was a long time ago. Dragon Ball FighterZ was right around the corner when we were recording it, so we were excited to do Dragon Ball stuff. And now there's the new Dragon Ball superhero movie on the way, which looks better after we've seen the second trailer for it. The first one made it look pretty lackluster, but the second one's got me going, could be something. FighterZ has had a lot of DLC since its release. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot came out.
I can't believe FighterZ just had more DLC.
True.
Yeah, no, I thought for sure Arxis was going to be done with that project as soon as Guilty Gear came out, but apparently they're still working on stuff for the game. Xenoverse 2 still gets updates somehow.
That's crazy. I'm sure that game's popular abroad because it's got a huge player base still somehow.
Yeah, like it just doesn't feel like it because it's got the MMO aspects to it, but it's still just like a Tenkaichi 3D brawler.
Yeah, I mean, you maxed your character like in the first week, and why would you keep playing?
I don't know. I guess they've added a lot more since then. They had like a whole free trading card game inside the game or something, amongst other things. So they've definitely supported it a lot. It's kind of surprising, but I mean, it's apparently working for them. It's selling. I like that game enough, but I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever get a Xenoverse 3 or something else entirely, but who's to say at this point? Dragon Ball's all over the place right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I caught up to the manga earlier this year.
Congrats.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. I like what they're doing, which is saying a lot considering how deep they are. It's weird that it's like a canon manga, more or less. I mean, they've all got their own canon, but it's weird that it's like a advertised by. It's an official Dragon Ball manga this late in the game.
Yeah, even though it's not a Toriyama property, it still counts like for anything.
Yeah,
it's very interesting. Interesting times we're in right now.
Yeah, still plenty of fan fiction being made.
What's your favorite Dragon Ball game? Is it the Monkey Kid on NES?
No. I like Tenkaichi 2 or Tenkaichi 3 a lot. I just love how many characters there are in those.
Yeah, I mean, I have Tenkaichi 3 and I've replayed that so many times on hard mode because it's so fun. But I think I like Legends, which I know isn't a good game. I just, as a kid, it was like, whoa, 3D adventure Dragon Ball, and there was only 2D
Sagas?
Sagas,
Yeah.
not Legends.
No, same. I like it too. I love just fucking around as like one-armed Gohan and Broly and shit. Like, I like the co-op aspect of it a lot.
It's a brilliant concept. Like a 3D co-op beat 'em up game with Dragon Ball IP. It gets very graining very quickly, though. I don't know if either of you have tried to play it recently.
Oh, I love when you hit Z for your special and it freeze frames.
Yeah, so it's got a lot of flaws, but it does have like groundworks for a really cool game. I would honestly like to see them try it again, but just like make it good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's a great idea, a 2-player like just beat 'em up game with that kind of cast of characters.
At the time, there were just a bunch of 2D fighters and then like the Game Boy games. So to have like a PS2 3D game was pretty big.
Yeah, I thought Boost Fury was your favorite.
Boost Fury, let's see. My favorite like handheld one is definitely like Boost Fury and Legacy 2.
I also like Boost Fury. I played it like probably 4 years ago or something.
I like getting on the save point when you accidentally turn into Fat Gotenks and then saving, so you have Fat Gotenks on the save menu.
Oh, that's good stuff. Those games are very surprisingly well crafted for being entirely American. I asked the question, but I don't even know what my favorite one is. Because like Tenkaichi 3, that's a classic. If you've played it, you know it's like the Dragon Ball game, which is the sheer amount of characters and everything. I did spend a lot of time in Xenoverse 1 and Xenoverse 2. I got a lot out of those games. I guess probably Xenoverse 2, just because I did so much and I love stupid OC self-insert stuff. And that's exactly what that game is. And it's just a better version of Xenoverse 1. But there's a lot of cool ones out there. A lot of not so cool ones out there. I remember playing Ultimate Battle 22 a shit ton as a kid. And just trying to accept that it's not the game's fault. I just don't know the controls. But really, the game's just really bad.
I really do not like Ultimate Tenkaichi.
No, I tried playing it because you were talking about it and you said it was weird, and it is weird. It's like rock paper scissors with the 3D fighting game style to it.
I just don't like how certain moves, like it has certain phases in the battle, like when you're on the ground and when you're on the air, and you can only use specific special moves in those phases. So if you're Piccolo and you want to use a friggin' special beam cannon, you can't use it unless you're like in a certain position, like either in the air or on the ground.
Battle of Z was another one that I tried very hard to get into, but I just couldn't. Something about it just didn't stick with me. I can't even really pinpoint why I don't like it very much. It just felt boring and bland to me, and I just put it down.
There were a lot of 3D ones on the PS3 era, and I played all the demos of all of them. I think the ones that stood out to me were the ones that had like unique power systems. Like there was one where you could use Kamehamehas and stuff infinitely all you wanted, as long as it was part of a combo, which I liked a lot in 3D. It's a fun idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like all of them are grappling in their own way with how to handle like key and power systems, but just letting you do as much as you want is a fun take on it.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you which one that was because there were so many in these. I don't know, but it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Got your story ready?
I was looking for it in my favorites right now, actually.
Let's see, if you want, I can start us off.
Okay, Steven.
Okie doke, okie doke. Let's see.
Steven.
Ooh.
Steven.
Steven. Let's see here. I don't like that there's an auto accident ad in the middle of the damn fan fiction.
Gotta pay the bills.
The scene opens up at Tails' house. Our heroes are... Woo!
I know that guy.
I love Tails. I love that the IDW keeps his Sonic battle canon where his house is shaped like his head.
Yeah, those comics are cool. Go read Sonic IDW. Imposter Syndrome out now. Very good. Search the Tenrek, Kitsunami the Fennec. Very cool characters. Wow.
Woo! Let's see here. Our heroes are training at 30 times Earth gravity. They are all partnered up to spar. Kevin and Johnny, Drew and Corey,
Here we go.
Ed and Rolf, Eddie and Ed, and Sonic and Shadow teamed up against Knuckles, Naz, Sarah, Jimmy, Tails, and Amy. They are fucked. They have...
Jimmy's frail body could not handle 30 times gravity.
Jimmy's like, I'll flip you like an omelet. His bones.
Jimmy's gonna come out there with arthritis.
His retainer would be like pinning him to the ground.
Oh, his teeth! Ow!
Oh no! He doesn't have an upper jaw anymore.
He's just
You
like
turn it on, it just comes off his fucking face.
Oh no!
Happy tree
rips
friends
his
right
jaw.
off him.
Man, this episode started with a bang.
Holy fuck. Let's see here. Oh, they were watching them train in the control room. Okay. They were astonished at the power that was being displayed. They couldn't see them at all due to their incredible speed.
Wait, but who's training though? That list of characters?
Let's see. Kevin, Johnny, Drew, Corey, Ed, Rolf, Eddie, Ed, Sonic, and Shadow.
Yeah.
Okay, are against Knuckles, Naz, Sarah, Jimmy, and Tails.
So they are in there getting their bodies ripped apart by gravity.
Yeah.
Especially Jimmy.
Especially Jimmy.
Do you think Tails is like tails are just dragging on the floor behind him?
He's trying to wind them and they're just like rocks.
They're just glued to the floor behind him.
Knuckles has to take off his weighted clothes.
He has to take off his gloves.
The giant bricks on his shoes. They say no being barefoot in the gravity chamber. He said, "Come on, man."
Like, please. See here. It scared them that they could move that fast in 30 times Earth gravity with weighted clothing, especially Jimmy, who was terrified.
Of course he's terrified. His jaw's falling off.
His retainer is so fucking heavy.
It's doing anything but retaining.
His fucking neck is gonna break from that.
You know, the Z Warriors would go straight for the retainer.
Goku would grab it, and spin him around.
The E fighters wore weighted clothing that weighed a total of 1 ton for each. Except for Rolf and Ed, who, being the two physically strongest of the E fighters, wore a total of 5 tons of weight each.
Tons?
Yes.
It's like a car each.
Yeah, Ed is strong.
Rolf and Ed are so fucking powerful.
Ed's got his giant metal-plated green jacket.
I guess they both have like stupid cartoon plot armor.
Rolf pushed a house that one time.
That's true.
He got so mad he like shoved his entire house.
He used his farm boy rage.
Rolf is such a funny character. He's just like some strange foreigner that gets really angry.
As if he has any right to be angry at anyone.
His costumes are so fucking funny. I like the fucking holiday where he has beats and shit.
I love how they built an entire lifestyle around him. I can't think of a single thing that he's actually based on. He's just from somewhere.
Right. Like, the closest I can come to is Polish, but they specifically mixed and matched everything about him.
Mm-hmm. Remember when he drank from the giant cereal bowl? Out of the shoe.
I remember when he beat the shit out of Eddie for like a whole episode.
Oh yeah, because he didn't bring the muffins or the cupcakes.
Mm.
That was scary. He ripped the tree out of the ground and shoved it over a moat.
Yeah, holy shit.
And Kevin laughed.
Let's see here.
The E-Fighters, 5 tons, Rolf and Ed.
Tails designed special arm, leg, and chest bands that weighed a half-ton in total for each of the animal comrades, except for Knuckles, who likewise wore 5 tons of weight. Tails glanced at the list of their power levels.
They have it printed out.
It's like their bounty. Drew was at 24,000.
Who's Drew?
Corey was at 23,500.
Who's Corey?
Drew? I said these names at the beginning.
Yeah, but who are they?
Yeah, what the
They're
hell?
OCs.
Oh, that makes sense.
We'll go with that for now. I have no idea.
They're probably writers.
Spaz Kid Corey the Hedgehog.
They're very uninspired OC names.
It's Drew Saturday and Corey Spaz Kid.
Drew Pickles and Corey Spaskin.
Drew Pickles.
Ed was at 22,000. Rolf was at 22,000. Eddie was at 21,000. Double D was at 20,000. Knuckles was at 19,000.
Damn.
Shadow was at 18,700.
What?
What the hell?
How is well, he's wearing his inhibitor bracelets, obviously.
True.
You know, he has those rings around his wrist.
Yeah, so he doesn't get lost.
So he can access his ring doorbell.
So his parents can find him if he gets lost.
His parents. He was in a tube for 50 years. He doesn't have parents anymore.
His Maria.
She's extra gone for different reasons.
She was shot point blank.
She was gunned down by the military.
This is how Shadow remembers it.
Shadow hates those damn liberals. They gunned his beautiful queen down.
Space liberals.
GUN, the Liberal Foundation.
Yeah, they found out Gerald Robotnik wasn't paying his taxes up there, so they went up there and did something about it.
Found out
They killed one of the random children at his base.
They found out Gerald Robotnik voted wrong, so they went up and fucking shot his daughter and said, "This is your fault."
And they chained him up.
They put him on Prison Island with the ultimate life form.
Prison Island.
They gate kept him from Twitter on Prison Island.
And then he made a stupid lizard.
Enough Shadow lore. Back
With
to
the
the
bio
OC.
lizard's the prototype of the ultimate life form.
Yeah.
Before he nailed it with Shadow the Hedgehog.
Before he had to use fucking alien DNA.
I need to know how this relates to Dragon Ball.
Sonic was at 18,500.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, Kevin was at 18,200. Johnny was at 18,000.
Wait, Kevin's stronger than Sonic?
No, he's at Kevin's 18,200. Sonic is 18,005.
Okay, thank God.
And Johnny is at the bottom of 18,000.
What about Plank?
Doesn't say. It had been only 5 months since their battle of Chaos, whom the 3 Eds defeated using the power of the 7 Chaos Emeralds. During that battle, the heroes nearly lost their lives to defend the Earth, and now are training for the upcoming World Martial Arts Tournament, which was only 1 week away.
1 week?
Oh, fuck.
They saved the Earth, and now they're competing in the World Martial Arts Tournament.
They want those jawbreakers.
Did Goku not tell them they don't do that anymore?
They brought it back.
Each of them wanted to win the tournament to prove that they were the strongest warrior on Earth.
Okay, I've been on a Dragon Ball rewatch lately, and I'm in like the beginnings of the Buu saga, and I think it's so hilarious that Videl invites Gohan to do the martial arts tournament, and then everyone that Gohan knows, like, they want to crash the party because they know they'd all beat everyone there without a doubt, so it's just them getting to fight each other for fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Vegeta's like, if you're going, I'm going. Then Goku from beyond the fucking grave is like, a tournament? That sounds great. And Gohan's like, Dad? I haven't heard you in 7 years. I just have to bring up fighting and you come along. I think that's very funny. They're just like, yeah, let's go to the tournament. It'll be great.
Yeah.
No, they all know they would just wreck anybody there that's not them.
Goku did do it as a child.
Mm-hmm.
I do like 18 beating the shit out of her husband during training on Roshi's Island.
She has to. He needs to get yoked.
It's true. He needs to earn his breakfast.
She needs to get modified to get fucked.
Yosh. See. They continued watching them train. Oh no! Rolf fired his signature Meat Lord's Wrath attack against Ed. A large red energy sphere with lightning around it fired from Rolf's hands. Ed saw this and fired his Spear of the Sphinx.
It blows her test chamber.
Sphere of the Sphinx?
Yeah! That Rolf's attack was like all fucking, it was properly capitalized in quotes, and then they just mentioned Sphere of the Sphinx in all lowercase, like it's not a thing. The two attacks clashed and a beam struggle ensued. Ed and Rolf grunted with a large amount of effort as they tried to take the advantage.
There's not enough room in the gravity chamber for you to be doing beam struggles.
So like 20
house
people
is
and
so
a beam.
small. He has a laboratory down the street.
Oh yeah, this isn't Tails' house. He's gonna blow up Tails'
In
house.
Sonic Battle, Tails has his house shaped like his head, and then like down the road is his actual laboratory, which is a big ass space.
I think it's hilarious that he's the only one that has a remotely stylized house. Everything else in that neighborhood is just a normal building, and then you have his fucking head.
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone has a place they live. Sonic is just on the damn beach. They poured more energy into their attacks until finally the two attacks canceled each other out. The two were thrown back and crashed into the opposite walls of the gravity room.
Oh no.
It seems you haven't been slacking off, dim-witted Ed boy. Yep, that's right, Ralph. Can I have a chicken? Only if you defeat Ralph, Ed boy. Yelled.
Only if. Not before, not after.
Yelled Rolf as he flew at Ed. The two interlocked hands and applied force to overpower the other. Their strength was so evenly matched that they didn't move an inch and instead caused a crater to form around them.
Crater in Tails' house.
Guys, stop! Eventually they were engulfed in a bright flash of energy. Johnny dodged a roundhouse kick from Kevin by doing a back handspring.
Nice, I love when they do that.
Fuck yeah. Johnny disappeared and reappeared behind Kevin, and while in a handstand, used his right foot to strike Kevin and send him to the floor. Kevin sprung back up and used his head and arms for support. I can't believe Johnny wasted a bar on a vanish like that.
Can't believe Johnny can stand on his hands. His head's so big.
It was a back handspring. It's different.
True. See, Kevin sprung back up and, using his head and arms for support, launched his feet into Johnny's chest. Johnny stumbled back but used his arms to spring back into position.
You were talking some bullshit, then you got kicked in your chest. It's a classic Boondocks line.
Hell yeah.
Remember
I can
that?
tell by the delivery. No.
It's from one of the Stinkmeaner episodes. His fucking ghost possesses Tom, and he just kicks a man in the chest when he's giving him lip.
It's true, he does a standing drop kick without gaining any momentum. He just lifts his legs into his chest and kicks him straight forward.
It's animated really cool. Go look up that scene
Yeah.
after the podcast. Listen to the whole thing, please.
What's wrong, Johnny? Getting soft? Asked Kevin with a cocky smile on his face.
Getting soft.
Yeah, cocky.
You wish! Here, let's see how you handle my new attack. All thanks to Rolf. Johnny channeled his energy into his hands and with a battle cry launched at Kevin. Oh, Fang Fist!
Why did Rolf teach him that?
Johnny struck a number of vicious punches at Kevin.
Now you have to
Horrible
find
to imagine.
You have to find a Johnny mod for your fighters game.
Please, we
The
do.
fucking misadventures model of Johnny. Blown up so it's the same height as Yamcha.
That would look terrible.
I think I actually do know there's one that's like Plank in like Broly's body or some shit.
Good.
Let's see here. Johnny struck a number of vicious punches that Kevin couldn't dodge. Johnny put his two hands in the shape of a wolf's mouth and delivered the final strike that sent Kevin crashing into the wall.
In the gravity chamber.
Wow, cool move, Johnny.
Now let's see how you like mine. Kevin focused his energy and created an orb of black and white energy at his feet. I call this one my soccer special. He kicked the orb at Johnny, and it connected with his chest. Johnny
He
was
used his energy to make a sphere look like a soccer ball before he kicked it.
specifically
That's fucking stupid.
specifically with white and black energy, so it even has the pattern.
Like that could have. I thought it was gonna be some yin yang thing, but he just made a soccer ball.
Very
I've never
creative.
heard of anyone like you making more than one energy colored key just to make a pattern.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what the power does. What matters is if it looks cool. And he kicked a fucking soccer ball at him in 30 times gravity.
It's just natural.
After Johnny did a whole bunch of scratching at his ass.
With a bunch of gross Johnny Foley.
Whole bunch of boiling line art as he fucking punches it.
Gross.
He kicked the orb at Johnny and it connected with his chest. Johnny was engulfed in a sphere from which he couldn't escape. Kevin started kicking the ball in all directions and finished with a kick that sent Johnny crashing to the floor. Johnny crawled out of the hole. He stumbled a bit but quickly recovered. So it's like galactic donuts, I guess.
Oh, okay. That's stupid.
That's weird.
And then you just kicked it against the wall a bunch of times.
Wow, that made me dizzy. Play soccer with me, will you? The two flew at each other and collided. Knuckles was having trouble dodging the combined attacks of Sonic and Shadow. He backhand springed away to safety, trying to think of a good strategy. The two hedgehogs spin dashed at him, but he lifted his hands and caught both of them. He struggled to hold both the buzzsaws off, and with one final push, he threw both of them back.
Do I look like I need your power? This guy was on top of it.
Hell yeah. Love that shit. Chaos Spear! The attack connected with Knuckles' midsection and sent him flying back, but Sonic was there and hit him down to the floor with an axe handle smash. Knuckles burst through the floor and rushed them.
Tails' floor.
Tails chose such a horrible location for this.
Why would he not put the gravity chamber in his lab?
Exactly. Holy shit.
In his YouTuber's warehouse he rented out.
Why didn't they go to the beach? That's like a training fucking area in the game. He delivered Let's see. Knuckles burst through the floor and rushed them. He delivered a barrage of kicks and punches that the two had trouble dodging. He finally managed to catch them both off guard with a handstand double kick. Sonic was the first to recover and launched at Knuckles. "Tornado Vortex!" he yelled as he ran around Knuckles and engulfed him in a violent tornado which thrashed him into the wall in Tails' house.
Poor Knuckles.
Yeah. Poor Tails.
A lot of handstands going on.
They look cool.
All the characters they've chosen have such big heads. I can't picture it.
The
How do they get their
angles-
arms around them?
Don't worry about it. The action's supposed to be moving faster than you can comprehend,
True.
Okay.
even though you're reading it.
Nice one, Sonic. Let's see how you like this. Knuckles ran at top speed and jumped in the air and began spinning his body rapidly with his fists in front. Jackhammer smash! The attack collided with Sonic's midsection and pummeled him into the ground violently. Knuckles jumped out of the hole, satisfied with Sonic's defeat. He looked behind him to see Shadow charging an attack. The attack had surges of yellow electricity. It was green and shaped like a lightning bolt. "What do you call this one, Shadow?" "Chaos Storm!" he yelled as he fired the attack. "Fair enough," Knuckles said as he launched him.
Fuck.
This very much reminds me of being a kid and just pulling moves out of your ass, like role-playing Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, my Chaos Spear didn't work, so how about my Chaos Storm?
My Super Saiyan a million.
Super Saiyan 8! It's unheard of!
It's unbelievably strong. Fair enough, Knuckles says. He launched himself at Shadow's attack with his Jackhammer Smash. The two collided and were engulfed in a flash of light.
Did you say Knuckles did like a jump and a bunch of front flips the first time he did that?
It said he started spinning his body with his hands out front. I
Yeah,
thought
he's
it was
doing
going to be
this.
like a spin dash, but I assume it's more like a twisty
I'm assuming.
situation.
Okay.
His Jackhammer Smash. He jackhammered Sonic.
Yeah. Right in his midsection.
Mm-hmm.
Ed's Double D split himself into multiple clones of himself, as
Okay.
did Eddie.
Okay.
They both know the multiplication move.
They trained under the crane.
Tails has a big house. Got enough space for multiple battles and a multiplication move.
Oh, he doesn't. They're just fucking with his entire place.
Standing on the coffee table.
He's like, "Hey, look, guys, I think this machine I made can make it times 30 gravity." And they were like, "Oh, cool, let's try it here."
And they all pile in.
Yeah.
His furniture's all through the fucking floor.
I want to see King Kai talk to Sonic.
It's gonna be like Cosmo or something, maybe.
I get the spirit of Dragon Ball Z is here and that they're all trained under gravity and using power moves, but when are the characters gonna show up?
I forgot that Cosmo was a Sonic character. I was thinking of Fairly Odd Parents. And I was going to be really pissed off that you said that to me.
No.
I said,
Sonic
no, it
has
would be Cosmo. He's the one that would talk to them.
Hey, Sonic, how's it going?
Want to see some OC moves?
Same,
You saw the
same.
whatever Meat Blast Rolf had?
No, like OC characters.
Oh, yeah, Drew and Corey Spaz Kid.
Yeah.
I want to see transformations.
Transformations?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Rolf's got to go super foreigner.
Ed's gotta go. Ed 2.
He has to he adds another D to his name.
That'll make things even more complicated.
He removes one D from his name.
There we go. There's truly an E-fighter.
The E-Fighters.
Oh my
It
god.
sucks.
They charged each other and traded hundreds of blows that were too fast to be seen.
Yeah.
They nullified their multi-form technique and continued trading blows.
What was the point then?
Double D to
To
the
show that they can do it.
You're right.
Double D to the triple back spring and then disappeared and reappeared behind Eddie and threw him straight into the wall.
This motherfucker has like 3 moves. and you have 20 characters.
Eddie ran back at Ed and delivered a powerful punch into Ed's midsection.
Yeah,
thinking of-
midsection again.
Yeah, it's because there's the one fight with Piccolo and 17 where they punch each other so hard it like warps through. So now that's every like Dragon Ball fanfic fight ever.
Oh, okay.
I do think it's a very funny thing of Eddie running full force in his run cycle and then just rearing his arm back and slamming him in the stomach.
Anytime they do midsection, it just makes me think they're like knocking the air out of each other, which is always really funny.
They are. Every time. They go,
Sonic gets up and he goes, oh, can't breathe. Mumbles the name of his super move. Chaos Storm.
Double D takes his hat off and seals Eddie inside of it with the evil containment wave.
He takes his hat off like Piccolo, turning into a super Namek.
He uses the Mafuba.
Takes his hat off and his hairline's really sweaty from running around at 32 times gravity.
He takes his hat off and makes him take a big whiff inside.
That hat hasn't been removed for 5 seasons.
That is evil containment. See here, Eddie ran back at Double D and delivered a powerful punch to Double D's midsection, and then backflip kicked him up into the air. Eddie flew at Double D, but Double D front flipped continuously to strike Eddie in the face and send him crashing down.
Wait, we got kicked in the air, but then front flipped while he was in the air to crash back down on him?
Sonic spin dashed him. In the air.
Double D?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just doing auto combos, it's okay.
Just smashing triangle.
Good one, Sockhead! Now I'm gonna show you that new attack I developed!
I can't wait to see it, Eddie.
You're fucked, Double D!
Like midair spinning, talking in monotone.
Oh no! Oh no!
Pierce his chest.
Eddie put his index and middle finger to his forehead and
I knew he
concentrated
was
his
gonna do
energy.
that.
His gross fucking cartoon fingers.
Yeah, his boiling line animation of making his hand tremble extra hard as he charges his special dream. Ah! Makanko Sapo.
Makanko Sapo. Double D saw dollar signs fly around Eddie's battle aura. His key flame is made it's like cells where it's made of souls, except it's dollar signs. Fly around Eddie's battle aura and sensed a powerful energy. He decided to charge his own attack and formed a ball of yellow energy in his hands. Eddie grinned as his attack was finished charging, and he launched it from his forehead. Special Ray Cannon!
Fuck you, Eddie. You
Miss-
piece of shit.
Masenko!
Masenko! Ha! The two beams collided, and the two friends were engaged in a beam struggle.
The Masenko does not counter the special beam cannon. It drills through anything.
Exactly. Like there was... What was it? Yeah, fucking Gohan, like, knocked it away once when Super Boo did it, but... I don't think it would be outdone by one of Piccolo's own moves. Oh, Lord.
Man, I really hope Gohan does the Hellzone grenade sometime.
Yeah, same. They poured more energy into their attacks until they were both engulfed in an explosion of raw power. Destructo Disc!
I'm not even gonna say it anymore. I'm just in this tiny room with 20 other fucking people.
Tails is just over it by now.
They're watching YouTube videos.
He's planned his fucking trip to IKEA to fucking restore his house. to buy more IKEA brand Tails ears for his chimney.
Moby and IKEA.
Drew sidestepped to dodge the attack, which narrowly missed him, cutting off a strand of his hair in the process.
What does his hair look like?
I don't know. I don't know who Drew and Corey are.
It's Drew Pickles and Corey Spaz Kid. We already established.
That's true.
And Corey threw a Destructo disc at him.
Good. Heat dome attack! Drew yelled as he fired a barrage of powerful super hot red energy orbs.
That's not what the heat dome attack.
Yeah, that was like Trunks' movie killed Cell with.
Yeah, it's a sphere around him that shoots upward.
Yeah, what the hell?
You're just doing an energy volley, you idiot.
Corey vanished before he was hit by Drew's attack and reappeared behind Drew and threw a punch at. But Drew caught his fist.
If he did the actual heat dome attack, then he'd be protected on all sides.
Exactly. And let's see here. Drew caught his fist and flipped him over and threw him to the ground below. Before Corey could crash to the floor, he used his arms to spring back to his feet and launched at Drew. The two cousins traded punches, kicks, headbutts, knees, and elbows for a few minutes.
The two cousins. How do you reconcile with that one?
They love each other very much.
Okay.
When finally Corey... Who? Is it Corey in the house?
I don't know. Does Corey have a cousin named Drew?
Someone look up Drew and Corey cousins.
I'm doing it. I'm typing in. I'm sure that's picking up on my cousin.
Oh. NNZ Wiki?
What?
What?
What have you discovered?
What is? How? What?
Ed, Eddie, Corey, Drew, and Zach.
You can't just placeholder
PNGs. Fuck. What does the other one look like?
What is this?
Go to the other guy.
An enraged Corey.
We did. That was Drew.
Zach, go to Drew. Scroll down. Yeah, that's Drew as a child. That's just a drawing of Goku they ripped from the manga. Wait, go down more. Go down more.
There's a lot of wiki information
Where's
here. I
the
don't like
gallery?
this.
There's Drew.
Is a false super. Is this actually like what the thing is? Did you find like an actual rare, like well-known fan fiction?
I guess so. This was on fanfiction.net. I had no clue this was like a big thing.
Oh, fuck you. Your character's just a Goku recolor.
It is.
Of course.
Okay, now I'm curious what the other guy looks like.
I can't believe there's a whole wiki for this.
How long has this been going on?
Go. There you go. No, that's just... What? That's Corey in deer form, and it's just a Bambi recolor.
There are no pictures of these guys.
Of course there's no... How was there a wiki?
I'm mad.
We can make a crossing the line wiki.
That's true.
It'd be a lot of work to fill out.
What characters would we be?
No spoilers.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be spoiled on this fantastic story of the E-Fighters. Is that over yet?
Let me see how much more there's this. Okay, never mind. This chapter is long as shit. And that's 1 of 8. So, yeah.
So, yeah, it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Listen, we got to the OCs and we pulled out.
Yeah. We realized this was a much bigger thing than it had any right to be. And we were like, nope.
We threw the stone in the pond and it just kept reverberating.
I give that 5 wiki articles out of 5.
I give that Rolf's Meat Blast out of 10.
A really sweaty Eddie doing a special ray cannon, as he calls it.
I give that Ralph entering his 10th transformation and saying, "Life has many transformations, Ed boy."
It's Rolf, not Ralph.
It is Ralph in the Dragon Ed Z universe.
The Sonic Z.
Well, freaking Ed gets more powerful and his unibrow gets bigger and bigger.
I can't believe we just looked up Drew Corey Cousins and found it.
That was the first fucking thing!
That is crazy.
That is insane! That has way too much pull in the algorithm! algorithm. Holy shit.
We do need to make a wiki. That's OP.
God damn.
There's so much untold knowledge in the world.
The fucking wiki meta. How could we have missed it? Where's the video essay on that shit?
I'm gonna read the fan fiction I picked now, and I'm gonna pray there's not a wiki dedicated to it too.
Oh, we'll check.
April wasn't sure how she got into this mess. Everything started with a bang. From what she recalled, real, actual explosions. That sort of thing wasn't so unusual these days, sure. Not as weird as, say, walking, talking turtles. Thinking on her feet, the journalist did what she often chose to do and ran towards the likely horrible, likely deadly source of the sounds of destruction as fast as she could. What was weird was the guy she ran into on her way to the scene. April came skidding to a stop as the man blocked the narrow alleyway in front of her.
Oh no.
He was tall, his lack of shirt exposing his muscular abs and pecs, and his very, very pink skin. If that wasn't enough to tell her the guy wasn't human, then the numerous holes in said skin and freaky tail thing hanging on the back of his skull definitely did.
Why is he cornering her? What does Boo want with her?
He's shirtless.
She ran down an alley and he's shirtless. Not her.
No, I know. I was trying to guess which form it was.
I thought that it was like his skin exposed underneath his shirt, like it's just a short shirt.
No, his lack of shirt exposing his muscular abs and pecs. So it's not fat.
Yeah, he's super.
Oh boy, April gasped as the pink guy turned around fully to face her.
He cracks his fucking neck in her direction like he does.
I like how Super Boo in the anime has white eyes up until Gotenks kicks him in the fucking head.
Yeah.
And then his eyes are red for the rest of the arc forever.
It's true, he jump scares Gotenks in the hyperbolic time chamber, and it just becomes his color scheme.
They're like, wait, this looks way better. We need a reason to give him better eyes. Just hit him. Yeah. April gasped as the pink guy turned around fully to face her, giving the reporter an even better look at his toned body. And just what the hell are you supposed to be? She asked, raising her handheld camera up and slamming the record button so fast and hard she nearly broke it.
She's gaining mic meter, oh fuck!
Yeah, she's gonna fucking...
Nickelodeon All-Stars mic meter.
Play the camera... Downlight, mic smash.
Downlight, neutral special, it's fucking 60 damage.
He can't hurt you if you chain him. Touch of death, April, touch of death.
Come on.
Ah, the woman from the television, the pink man chuckled.
Ah, woman on television. Very funny. But it ends here.
What's the news? How long is it?
His voice deep and commanding as April stared into his unnaturally red irises through the camera's viewfinder. She gulped a bit as she caught sight of them and the black sclera that surrounded them, but held her ground, capturing every word he said on film as he continued. April O'Neil, is it not? You got it, pal. April O'Neil, Channel 6 News, she replied, pulling her eye away from the viewfinder to smile directly at the freaky monster man before tapping the camera's frame. Always glad to meet a fan, but enough about me. Let's talk about you. Tell me. You held it in. Good job.
Just yawning.
Tell me, were you the one causing all the chaos the next block over, or were you heading out to stop it? Really hoping for the latter, because otherwise I've got a problem, she thought to herself. Oh, there was an end of a parenthesis, but then it became not a quote. The man laughed louder, the wickedness dripping from his voice more than enough answer. The wickedness dripping from his voice more than enough answer for the human woman.
He coughed up ants.
The ants dripping from his voice.
They go down smooth, they come up rough.
Sorry.
Why would ants be crawling out of his mouth?
He ate it
Why
off
would
the
he
fucking...
eat ants?
He eats a lot of things.
His body is filled with sweets. He probably has a whole colony in all the holes in his head.
Yeah. He just has an ant infestation.
He's like trying to look cool in front of a lady, but he coughs up ants, and he's like, it's the most disgusting thing you can possibly be.
What a fucking image. This freak, this 8-foot-tall man.
He's like, "M'lady."
They crawl down his chin as he keeps talking.
He has a gross stain on his sweatpants.
He wipes his hand on his sweatpants.
His suede white sweatpants that are no longer white. Oh my god. That one got him good.
What a fucking random ass thing.
There was a lot of coffee snot in that boy's hand.
Oh, poor man. Holy shit.
I'm good with the stained white sweatpants. As soon as he went for his
He
coffee.
smears a big handful of black tar snot down his white sweatpants.
He fucking belches and ants crawl down his chin as he keeps talking like nothing happened.
So, anyways,
What a fucking concept.
The man laughed louder, his wickedness dripping from his voice more enough answer for the human woman. You know a hero when you see one, don't you, Miss O'Neill?
A hero.
yeah, he looks really good.
You should. You work very closely with this world's defenders from what little I've seen. As he talked, the man began to walk closer towards April, his pace slow yet steady. Before long, the redhead found herself backing away. Almost every instinct April had told her should be running, that she should be bolting as fast as she fucking can towards the mouth of the alley, towards safety, towards the very friends this thing was talking about right this very moment. But another feeling, one honed by years of investigative journaling, digging up dirt on, and, unfortunately often working with, the worst slime balls in the city, told her that it was a very bad idea. That feeling knew that if this creep didn't catch her immediately, that meant he was probably letting her go, hoping he could follow her to the turtles, to her friends. April swallowed hard and stood her ground. Again, flattered you know so much about me, big guy, but there's so much more I don't know about you. Got a name? You a local or making a pit stop on an intergalactic road trip? So many questions, the man said, a hideous grin splitting his face.
And it was hideous.
As he towered over the human woman, his muscular neck craned so his strangely almost human face could leer down at April. Thankfully, at least, he'd stopped moving. April had hoped that getting him talking about himself would buy her more time, but he was close enough now that she could see the strange rubbery shine onto his skin. She gagged a little as she looked at it. Something about it reminded her of Krang.
He didn't answer the question.
He's thinking. I'm gonna go with alien, April said, doing her best to smile and stay calm, even as the camera trembled slightly in her grip despite that she was now holding it with both hands. So what about it, big guy? Gonna fill me in or what? The pink man's grin widened to proportions that wouldn't be possible on a human face before a long blue tongue snaked out of it, slithering freely and dripping drool as he licked his lips.
Oh no.
Fill you in? He laughed.
Oh,
The rubbery texture of his skin beginning to grow less even, then droop and drip like melting candle wax. Oh yes, I would love to do just that. How about a drink first, April O'Neil?
Oh,
Then we
no.
can talk all about your fighter friends once you've had your fill.
He's got a fucking roofie her.
Suddenly, the man's muscular arms reached for her, losing definition as the melting pink limbs stretched further and further. The creature's thick hands wrapped easily around April's smaller wrists, causing her to both scream and drop the camera to the ground with a clatter. The monster's horrible laughter filled the narrow alleyway as the redhead tore free from his grip, quite literally, pink ooze splattering the brick walls as his hands melted into slime. That awful laughter seemed to melt and bubble, along with the gooey creature it was as it echoed, following the fleeing woman down the alley. Having seen what the creature had just done, it didn't take much for April to figure out what his words had meant. Even so, what had happened next was so horrifically strange that it had still caught the human completely off guard. But what had happened next was little more than a blur to April O'Neil. One moment, she could still hear Pinky cackling like a madman behind her, shouting something she couldn't quite make out beyond the thudding pound of her own terrified heartbeat as she ran. The next, a shape was hurtling past her, a heart-stopping shriek filling her eardrums as the ribbon of pink shot past her inches away from the right hip before curling about in a graceful arc to face her. She couldn't make out what the shape was as it careened towards her face, but she didn't need to. She knew all too well what it was, and by the time the pink goop was rocketing into her gaping mouth, she knew it was far too late to stop it. Maybe that's why it was so hard for April to recall how she'd managed to get herself into all this. It was probably be hard for anyone to think with a strange liquid alien creature cramming himself down your throat. April tried to remember if the monsters had revealed any details in their brief conversation, but was too distracted by the shrieking laughter now disappearing down her throat and into her stomach. She gurgled past the merciless flow of slime flooding her stretched lips, eyes rolling back, fingers curling, arms trembling at her sides, half raised as her mind reeled with panic and confusion.
This took a fucking turn, my god.
She tried to think of something, anything to do to stop what was happening, but she was helpless, frozen with fear and stricken by the sheer maddening absurdity of her situation. Finally, as the pain in her gurgling stomach grew, as the gurgling is like exclusively a fetish term. As the creature continued to force its way into her mouth, throat bulging obscenely, with every hearty swallow of his body, she managed to lift her shaking arms and pressed her fingers to her stomach. To bare flesh? What? April's eyes widened even more now as the last of the pink monster curled up through the air, slithering down her esophagus like a snake slipping its way down a drain pipe.
Okay, author, listen. You can't swallow that much stuff.
Yeah, you can.
After like 2 seconds of like a complete liquid, I think you're done. You're done describing this. I've had enough.
She gasped thickly, chest heaving.
So like fuck. Hey, we've seen Badlands Chugs do it for more than 2 seconds.
I mean,
yeah.
Would you consider April O'Neil a Badlands Chugs type character?
She's a cartoon.
Badlands Chugs 2 gallons of boo challenge.
My point is, if he's got an entire person's body mass of liquid to put down her throat, how much do you think she could actually take?
He did that to a guy in the show and then exploded him from the inside.
Yeah, Smitty.
Okay, April's dead.
We don't know that yet.
Yeah, Vegeta.
What is he gonna do? Go out? Is he gonna come back out of her?
She's gonna gasp thickly for one.
She's gonna pass gas.
Chest heaving as her mouth finally cleared, the fresh air stinging her raw, abused throat. How in the... She groaned as her fingers sunk into her thick, sweaty belly fat.
I think I was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt on the fetish thing, but her... what was it? Her raw, abused throat?
The fresh air stung it.
That is very specific.
The air felt cold on her now exposed stomach and breasts. April's breathing only grew more and more labored by the second as she took in the damage done to her by the strange alien creature. What the heck just happened to me? She grunted, fleshy double chin pressing against her face as she examined herself.
Okay.
About a minute ago, she had been fit, her body kept slim and muscled by her active lifestyle and many hectic adventures tagging along with her mutant companions. Now all of that was gone, and were anybody to come across her now, they'd be hard-pressed to believe she hadn't spent her life as an almost 400-pound fat ass. Breasts.
That's where we're going with this.
Breasts bigger than watermelons sagged atop her gargantuan stomach.
Bigger how?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Is it like
longer,
circumference?
wider?
Is it like circumference equivalent, or is it like a...
Sure. They just wanted big fruit.
That's some bimbo type shit.
This is fucking bonkers, man.
They sagged atop her gargantuan stomach, both having torn their way free of her yellow jumpsuit, merely pulling open the front zipper at first, but now surging forth past torn fabric to hang bloated and naked past her shredded belt.
She freaking looks insane right now.
I'm sure if you Google it, you'll find an exact replica of this picture.
Yeah, let's not do that one.
The top of the garment was still clung to her meaty, fat, bloated arms, but it did nothing to keep her front modest, and she could already feel her sleeves tightening around her much too heavy bingo wings.
Fucking Christ. Why would Boo do this?
He's bored. She got mad at the ants.
Why would Boo do this to me?
Bingo!
Yeah.
What?
It's because
Bingo!
you don't get it?
No!
It's because old flabby ladies go to play bingo.
That's a stretch.
No, everything else is a stretch.
I wonder if there's a wiki on this.
On bingo wings. Look up
on this lore.
Like the WebMD for bingo wings.
God damn it.
God, where was I?
Where is this going? Continue the story.
She's gonna waddle around and get embarrassed. Thankfully, her bottoms hadn't torn apart, but one baggy garment left little to the imagination at this point. Flabby legs and massive thighs filling out her pants, while the fabric sunk deep between her humongous buttocks, giving her a wedgie that was both horribly uncomfortable and more than a little humiliating. And more importantly, she sighed, noticing how husky her voice had become. She even sounded heavier than usual at this point.
What do you mean, more importantly?
How in the world am I going to get back to normal? As she tried futilely to tug the remains of her top over her bloated jugs, wondering if getting back to normal was even possible. After what had happened to her, she heard a familiar laughter from deep inside her distended stomach.
He's evil. He's evil laughing inside her.
You're so fat. I should have known, she grunted, her plump lips forming a frown. Normal? Oh, you poor girl. The pink bastard laughed from inside her body, causing her massive breasts to bounce and wobble free from her top. She could feel the alien creature's still liquefied body flowing around inside her.
He's operating them like soccer boppers.
As easily as sand through an hourglass or water through a drain. This is normal now, so you better get used to it.
Don't you have better things to do, Boo? What do you mean get used to it?
He came to this world unprovoked and made a fat fetish instantly.
What do you mean? What do you mean this is normal now? It has to be normal for you too.
Shredder summoned Boo specifically to do this to April O'Neil.
They knew if she wasn't pretty, then the turtles wouldn't hang out with her, and then he wouldn't be on the news anymore.
Bebop and Rocksteady got fucking obliterated, and then Boo hatched.
Boo's only purpose here is to troll her.
Bebop and Rocksteady have the stupid Majin symbol on their foreheads. So then, is this how I'm getting my interview with you, creep? April huffed, finally giving up on trying to get her top to fit. A futile gesture as long as this thing was inside her tits, but she wasn't giving up on being able to kick him out yet. Up close and personal. All right, I'll bite. So if you plan on sticking around, I think you owe me some answers, pal, so get talking. Fine, the creature said, moving through April's now obese body once more, rippling through and belly and across her bloated buttocks, straining them even more against bottoms that were once baggy yet now clung to every massive curve. I suppose I should begin with my name. You could call me Super Boo, but if you want more, or rather we, are going to need something to eat. I've had a long trip and I'm starving.
Like a fucking symbiote now.
April O'Neil, now looking almost nearly a quarter-ton of woman, began to waddle cumbersomely down the alley, her bloated legs no longer under her control. I told you that she was going to waddle.
It's true.
She had to act confident on the outside, but as she felt herself bounce and jiggle with every step, she wondered just how she was going to get out of this one. The end.
Arthur, you are brave. Bless your heart.
No, yeah, he's got quite a handle of Majin Buu versus women. And there's a Rouge the Bad, a heavy haul.
The title is Rouge the Bad, a heavy haul.
That's one.
He's got to fly around with them. With the weight. You know.
Okay, I rate that story as a pair of bingo wings.
Alright, that story. Boo's Aunt, call it.
Yeah, now all those ants are inside of her too.
Oh, no.
I rate that story 400 tons of fun. I mean, putting the... I guess I can't really say this. I was going to say putting the fetishism aside, not a bad story, but it is a bad story. And also, the fetish is very hard to ignore. I guess what I was getting at was, I respect the author knows what he likes, and wrote a nice, sensual story.
Yeah, whoever they are, they like one specific thing, and they will get it across.
They painted a vivid picture.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Steven learned a new term.
Bingo wings.
Steven, why are you leaning back so far? You're gonna corrupt our quality. You're acting up here like you own the place or something.
Okay.
Steven, by the way, you're picking the next episode topic. I hope you figured something out.
Oh shit. I will.
I hope you've already figured it out.
I'm working on it. I'm thinking about it.
Steven, did you read that comic I got you for Christmas?
Oh, the one by Scary Godmother author?
Jill Thompson.
Thompson? I have not yet. I've been reading through the Sanji cookbook.
Nice.
Yee.
Reading through it.
Yeah, just like seeing how they do it. The fried rice recipe is a lot more simple than I usually do.
Whoa.
Yeah, like they only fry it in soy sauce, whereas I usually do like soy and oyster.
Well, you are a savant in the kitchen.
I'll have to make it. I'm gonna go to the Asian market tomorrow and see if I can find decent rice.
You gotta make blue feeds.
There we go.
Cooking show?
Yeah.
Okay, I have my story ready.
Okie dokie, let's hear it.
I'm not going to read the author's note because it says a lot of specific other author names. But it ends with, only context you get is Goku is the first person speaking.
Cool.
Alright.
I will say, you did go at it a little too hard earlier. Oh please, you never liked it easy, Vegeta snapped back at him.
This sounds sexual.
Tarble fell to the ground as he laughed his ass off.
Classic Tarble.
Vegeta's son.
Brother.
What?
Yeah. It's his brother.
Oh. I looked it up.
You
to
never
be sure
watched
before
Yo Son Goku and his friends return?
Tarble is a Saiyan and the youngest child of Vegeta 3, the estranged younger brother of Vegeta 4.
Yeah, don't forget Vegeta's dad's name is Vegeta.
Fuck.
And the planet he's from is named Vegeta.
Right. Well,
Toriyama's actually a hack.
Tarble fell to the ground and he laughed his ass off. True, Goku said. True.
True.
Ignoring Tarble's laughter. Next time, I'm going to get you to scream uncle, though. Tarble couldn't take it. He had to pull on Yamcha's arm to get him to lead him away. If those two could hear what they were saying out of context, then they would bound to be embarrassed. Oh, he was laughing at him for being sexual sounding.
Mm-hmm. Classic Tarble moment.
Chapter 2.
Okay.
Trunks and Goten walk in and hear the conversation without context. Dad, what the actual fuck? Trunks says, with a wild new vision that Goten might soon be his stepbrother. Yeah, Dad, what the actual fuck? Goten has to hide the fact he wouldn't mind being Trunks' stepbrother because they would have some Boku no Pico action going on, you know what I'm saying? Chapter 3. Author's note, I'm having too much fun with this.
Your chapters are like 2 sentences.
Family Guy cutaways.
Goku jumped at hearing the two Demi-Saiyans' voices. I thought you were sleeping, he said as Tarble laughed harder, clutching at his poor sides. Yeah, but what the fuck? Goten replied with a look that said it all. Goku lightly growled. Language, Goten.
He can't remember his son's name, but he can still reprimand him.
Wait, which one are you?
I've been away for a while. Daddy's been away for a while. Which one are you?
Goten let a smirk form upon his lips. Nani no Kuso? What the fuck in Japanese? Vegeta sighed angrily. You brat, that's not what he meant! Trunks watched as Goten simulated a sniffle. I'm so sorry, Mr. Vegeta. Goten whispered as he choked out a fake sob. Goku got up and walked over to his crying son, while Trunks held back his need to laugh. Tarble began to recover from his laughing fit. Why are you so mean, Vegeta? Goku asked as he
I thought he was going to say that to Goten.
I'm not mean, I'm to the point, Vegeta huffed. Sorry to cut your couple's quarrel short, but me and Tarble need to get going, Yamcha said, tugging on Tarble's arm gently. Actually, it's Tarble and I, not me and Tarble, Trunks stated matter-of-factly, earning a spank from Yamcha.
He hit Vegeta's kid right in front of him.
Holy fuck.
Wolfang fisted his ass.
Author's note, I was going to edit it to make... Oh, this is chapter 4. Author's note, I was going to edit it to make more sense, but it's better in unedited glory.
Okay. What's the crossover?
It's coming up.
Okay.
Excuse me! Vegeta runs after Yamcha. Oh shit, he's dead, Goku thinks out loud. Dad, language! Goten sings. I don't know who's saying this line, I'm trying to tell.
Use context clues.
Goten, I will tell your mom you said the sun is a planet. Chi-Chi somehow heard, even though she's with her dad halfway across the fucking earth. Excuse me! Menacing. Chi-Chi's bizarre adventure. That's the author's note. Mom, you look like a JJBA character, Goten says.
Fucking god.
Before he can stop himself. I'm a head out, Trunks goes after his dad.
Later, Trunks.
Yeah, sit. Goku tries to escape but fails due to Chi-Chi's current power level being infinite. I think the fuck not! Chi-Chi drags Goku back.
Oh no.
She then activated her stand on them.
Chi-Chi, please. Language.
Goten, how many times do I need to tell you the sun is not a planet? Chi-Chi shouted, her stand pulling a Darth Vader and choking Goten using the Force, except the Force was her stand.
I like the way they worded that.
So it's just choking him.
Except the Force is her stand, except the stand is her hand.
Nan said that. Goten forced himself to say despite his crushed esophagus. Chi-Chi immediately let go of Goten via her stand, who was getting considerably bored of the weak mortals it was surrounded by.
The stands, they don't have personality.
Not really.
They're like extensions of the people.
Typically. Oh my gosh, Chi-Chi shouted, covering her nose and mouth. Did you just cough? Oh my, where's the disinfectant in this goddamn house? Mom, don't worry, I was just being choked to death by the big scary ghost man.
He doesn't correlate the two.
He doesn't...
That's pretty funny. It's called a stand, Goku commented, letting all three remember he was there and wasn't quite as useless as the fucking rock Chi-Chi lived under because...
Oh my god!
I almost fell out of my chair.
It just goes in.
That was harsh.
The fucking rock Chi-Chi lived under because Akira Toriyama didn't give no shit until Dragon Ball ended. No, Goten, you need to social distance, Chi-Chi shouted, holding up a bottle of hand sanitizer that she pulled out of a very questionable place. Wait, I thought this isn't the Dragon Ball universe yet, Goku said, once again proving he wasn't that much of a nonce. No, Goku, it's everywhere. This is 2020, Chi-Chi replied, vigorously rubbing hand sanitizer onto her pasty skin. Actually, we don't count time like that here. It's actually age 780, Trunks said through a window before disappearing. Chapter 6. Bulma comes in and announces, I have the cure for Corona, she says.
Is this the crossover?
It's supposed to be JoJo.
Okay.
And the author's note in chapter 1 says the JoJo crossover comes later, but we're getting towards the end, so I don't know if it's going to actually do anything.
Dragon Ball Z X Coronavirus.
Here we go. I have the cure for Corona, she says. Turns out the secret was adding Abachio's piss. Giorno wasn't happy I took his drink, though. These are part 5 characters.
Thank you.
The Mafia boys. Giorno frantically runs into the room. I want my drink back! He activates Golden Experience Requiem on Bulma.
That's such an elaborate name. It can only spell doom.
It's like the endgame stand that traps you in an infinite time loop until it breaks your psyche.
Well, she did take his piss drink.
It's just like Itachi's power.
That would cure Corona, wouldn't it?
It's pretty whack how Kakashi experiences 1,000 years of torture and then walks it off.
It'll be fine.
He's just like, oh, it's over.
Oh, it's done.
Man, that sucked. Anyway.
It really, I mean, that really is just like...
Is Naruto Shippuden cool?
It's mostly filler, so no. It's also almost half the end, like the war arc. It's like if Dressrosa was half of One Piece.
Oh.
Which, as you can imagine, would suck. Okay.
Yeah. Naruto doesn't have the same like world power as One Piece does, where they can just go to a new location.
I mean, it's just an empty field. It's just like, but they're just people fighting back and forth in the field.
Yeah.
Chi-Chi notices this, him using Gold Experience Requiem on Bulma, and says, wait, is this a crossover episode? Yes, Akira and Araki found out they can get loads of money by combining the gayest anime and the loudest anime. Giorno sighs. So expect more of us.
As he murders Bulma.
Oh, sorry for taking your drink, Giorno. Here, you can have it back, Bulma apologizes. Oh, thank you, Giorno thanks Bulma. So, Bulma just says, oh, sorry, after experiencing infinite death. Mom, I think my neck is... Goten tries to tell Chi-Chi his neck might be broken. Nobody told you to talk! You and your dad are grounded! Chi-Chi yells.
And your dad.
Grounded.
Grounded.
What did I do? Goku pleads. You said that Vegeta isn't a walking McDonald's advert. Chi-Chi snaps back.
He isn't?
How stupid are you? Bulma asks.
Jesus.
Damn.
Giorno! Josuke comes looking for Giorno. Oh, hey. Hey, Josuke, I found my drink, Giorno responds happily. Cool, Josuke replies. Who is he and why does his hair look like Kakuin's younger in that one cherry scene? Goku asks.
No.
Fucking idiot. Hey, what did you say about my hair? Josuke is pissed off now. Oh shit, everyone except Goku get out now. Giorno warns everyone because shit's about to go off.
Everyone except Goku get out. Goku's fate has been sealed.
Goku's gotta fight Josuke, who's not even that much of a threat. Compared to the other JoJo characters, all he can do is heal people and punch them.
You could put a knife inside his tummy.
Could take him apart and put him back together. Funny, yeah. Goku looked at Crazy Diamond with a confused expression. 1 second. He pulled out a JoJo manga and flipped through the pages. Damn, it's in Japanese. What do you mean it's in Japanese? Isn't your anime in Japanese too? Josuke asked. I mean, yeah, but I don't know. Ask Akira. Hold up. I just realized. Akira has an anagram for Araki. My kami, it is. Well, what does that mean? Conspiracy theory, Bulma shouted, running into the room. Who even unlocked that door? Goku asked. Josuke sighed. This is an anime. We needn't worry about that.
This is like a sitcom.
So many characters. Well, actually, this is a crossover, so things are different, Trunks stated, leaning against the windowsill.
Trunks is such a little know-it-all shit.
Like? Bulma questioned. Oh, come on. 2 completely different worlds are mashed into one by 2 Japanese men swimming in money, Vegeta stated with a twinge of jealousy. I thought you left, Josuke stated. Yes, but I'm a relevant character. No wonder Yamcha disappeared, Bulma said through a chuckle. Wait, exactly 5.34 seconds ago, you spoke with jealousy. Are you jealous because you don't have any money? Poor boy, Josuke asked, talking to Vegeta. If you've watched Dragon Ball Super Episode 2, you know that I went on a vacation and my wife rented a cruise ship, Vegeta huffed.
So your wife has money. What about you?
You got all that from your sugar mummy, Josuke rebutted, and a son to top it all off.
That's right.
Trunks doesn't count. He was a mistake. Mr. Perfect over here didn't even know what a condom was. That was Bulma. Fuck.
That's even harsher.
Holy shit.
Bulma mentioned knowing it would draw a response from Vegeta so he could keep his oh-so-precious pride in check. You said use protection. I was wearing my armor, Vegeta shouted.
They stole that joke from Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Wait, I'm a mistake? Trunks questioned, pointing at himself. Oh, you're a mistake, all right. If it weren't for you, I'd have left your mom. No, you wouldn't. The only thing holding our relationship together is your widow's peak, and you know it. Whatever.
Okay.
Looks like I'm... Hold on. I'm almost done. Jotaro and Joseph walked into the room very confused. They were already in the room, as far as I could tell. I don't know what this...
No, Giorno and Josuke were in the room. Now we've got Jotaro and Joseph. Presumably old man Joseph, but
Yeah.
who knows?
What the fuck is going on? I heard that so out of context it's scary. Jotaro looked at them all with disgust. Isn't it obvious? Joseph asks. No, it's not. It's a crossover episode. Joseph sounded too happy at the prospect of mingling with other ninjas. No, I'm confused because Trunks isn't the only mistake in the room. Giorno dies from laughter and Joseph looks away. He's talking about you, dipshit, Giorno whispers to Josuke. Oh! Oi, Josuke! Accidentally used Zahando while busting a nut and now I have no balls. Can you... Can you fix it with Crazy Diamond? Okayasu drags Josuke out of the room. Okay, that was worth it. I need to bust Goku's ass first. Wait outside. Okay. I, Dio, have come to collect my son, Giorno. Dio struts into the room like the queen he is. Oh no, Giorno sighs. What? Jotaro asks. It's Father's Day. Chapter end 9.
Okay, Richard Epker ended up voicing Captain Ginyu after Mr. Elliot passed, I believe. God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
Okay.
I think what I'm looking at. I just wanted to see because that's Joseph's voice actor, that gruff old man, and I was like, he's got to be somebody in Dragon Ball. He's Ansem in Kingdom Hearts. You know that one.
Okay.
He's Adamon. He's Bobobo.
Please, I'm almost done. You know it's gonna be good when Dio is in all caps, Joseph said. Dio walks past them and approaches Giorno. Oh, you're approaching me and... Shut the fuck up, you little twat. Let's go, Dio said. Grabbing Giorno's arm, Giorno stayed put. No. Right, we should probably kill some Joestar scum before we go.
No.
No, I'm not leaving with you. And why would that be, son? Josuke butts in. Father's Day rap battle.
No.
What? Goku sighed.
It's Father's Day.
It's kind of what we do here. Drop bars so hard we end up behind them or someone literally drops. Vegeta butted in. Who knew Kakarot had so much swag? Aren't you supposed to be getting a hand job from Akira Toriyama and a pat in the head? Everyone ignored the stupid motherfucker's words. Fine, but if you win, come in with me. Giorno smirked. Deal. He'd stop naming who's talking. It's like, I can't do this anymore. I give up. Yeah.
You were so close to the rap battle.
I thought the last chapter was going to be as short as the other ones, but it's really long and I can't do a rap battle.
Okay.
No, I'll read it. Let me go to the last page again.
You
It's
have
not
to rap
that
as
long.
Goku.
Okay. Giorno smirked. Deal. He took a sip from his now cold tea. I'll go first. You lucky it's Father's Day. I might go easy on you. Remember that green hairband? That shit looked cheesy on you. Not good, Joseph commented.
Not good.
It doesn't attribute who's speaking.
Of course it's gonna be. Well, if that was the end of Giorno's verse, then it must be Goku's turn.
I'll resurrect Frieza. Tell him get Freezy on you. Someone's been reading Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta said with a smirk. I'm allergic to lame. Achoo, I'm sneezing on you. Is he homosexual? Goku asked. No, but you are, Giorno snapped. May I quote Mista saying to you, don't take my clothes off, it'll feel more? Goku quipped. May I bring up the way you looked at Vegeta's ass in Fusion Reborn? Giorno retorted.
They're not rapping. Even if you could fathom a beat to this, none of it would be like rap.
My voice is giving out. I literally can't do this anymore. I'm done. That was exhausting.
I rate that an out of context situation out of 10.
I rate that rap battle is a mistake out of 10.
I rate that Chi-Chi abusing her son on a whim out of 10.
Chi-Chi beatbox rap. Does Tutweezy do any Dragon Ball videos, Steven?
We can look. That's SSJ9K.
I know, but I want to know if Tutweezy does it.
We'll see.
I'm sure.
Well, what a sound off to our first podcast of the new year. In the next exciting episode, our fanfiction topic is going to be
Metroid.
Whoa! That's
Have
cool.
to play Metroid Dread.
True.
I'm sure there's plenty of lore.
Yeah, the fanfiction will be deep in lore.
Samus wears her tight blue suit, and also the Totally Spies are there too because they also wear suits.
Hell yeah.
And the Metroid will crawl into her throat for a couple pages, and then she'll get fat and burst out of her suit.
The Metroid will suck her titty.
She'll waddle around.
Her big bingo arms.
Bingo wings.
Bingo.
You gotta start letting these things get in your brain.
Yeah.
You gotta learn.
Alright, that was brutal. I look forward to reading again soon. See you next time.
See you next time. Follow us on Twitter, YouTube. I almost said Facebook, but no one should ever go to Facebook.
Like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube and Twitter and Discord.
Join the Discord. Links are in the description. Bye-bye.